This is my very first blue belt competition. If you're into that, please like and subscribe to the video and let's get it going. So here we slap up. I'm exponentially nervous. So right here, I'm going to try to gauge and then bam. And so I don't know what Buddy was thinking in response to jumping guard, but as you can see, my knee kind of buckled here. And luckily my knee didn't explode, but I don't know what Buddy was thinking trying to jump guard into a butterfly guard. But all respect to him, he was a good competitor. And so here I end up in top half guard, and I do a good job of getting the cross face and getting some head control. But I notice I'm holding on way too tight. I feel like my control is okay, but the first thing I notice is my base is too narrow. So therefore, my knees are too narrow and the sweep is possible. So eventually, he's going to try and sweep, and boom, he tries to put me over his sweep. But luckily, I see it, and my reaction is to go into mount, and I fully go into mount and Superman out, as the kids would say. All right. All right, so now Superman out, and I need to try and maintain mount. I think I do a good job of maintaining mount and staying heavy. He tries to push me off right there, but I'm able to stay heavy, get my base wide, and get those hips down and be real, real heavy. But eventually he's going to get over to the side, and I'm gonna go S mount. Now, now here I have him in S mount, and he puts his arm below that knee. And so eventually, once he does that, I'm gonna go straight into the mounted, put my leg over to go to the mounted triangle. Boom. So as I put my leg over to get that mounted triangle, what I should have done was stay there and work my submissions from there instead of rolling over like I do here to try and get the triangle choke from the bottom. Because it's just as easy to get a Kimura arm lock or a triangle from the top once I stay on top of the mounted triangle. So now I have the triangle or a high diamond position. And I don't know why I was just a hectic mess in this. I'm so focused on controlling the posture and trying to grab that leg, which isn't the right leg, mind you, but I don't focus on angling off to get that triangle choke. I was just so hell bent on controlling the posture. I just kind of lost all thought, and I do triangles all the time. And this is just probably a matter of competing as frequently as I should, but definitely should have angled off and got the triangle. And even when you go to a different angle, I'm wasting my time, wasting my energy, trying to control the posture, controlling his lapel from behind his neck, and not really focus on putting the foot on a hip, getting my angle, and finishing the choke. So then he moves us to the front, and now I'm still in the same position. I'm trying to finish the choke aimlessly, don't really know what I'm doing. I'm tired. I'm just trying to hold the position to maybe I can finish it. So as we get to a different angle, I finally did something right and got that leg, or excuse me, that arm over the side of his neck and got the figure four pretty locked in. But now he's going to try and put pressure, and I'm gonna walk my legs back to try and flatten them out, which doesn't really do anything because I'm not essentially holding hips. Right here, I get hip my hips up, get the arm across, and get the figure four pretty good. I feel like I have it tight, so I hip up and squeeze to try and get the choke, but I still thinking I don't want to waste my energy, so I'll only get the choke for a little bit. And I'm pretty sure he might even tapped because he stopped moving. So eventually he stands up and tips me over and I backwards roll out of the triangle. But as if you can see here, he's standing up. He shouldn't be standing up when he's in the triangle. Why, you ask, he shouldn't be standing up? Because my blue belt butt wasn't controlling the head, so he could prevent himself from standing up. So therefore, he stands up and flips me over to try and get out of the mount. And he's very successful. And I try my best to keep the figure four as we roll over, but I can't. I let it go and push under his elbow to come up top. Now, even right here is a prime example of not competing as much because he was exhausted. Me, not so much, because I made it a point to control my breathing and not waste energy, but he was exhausted. And I paused it here because I should have jumped on him to get to mount, side control, and control that top position. But stared at him aimlessly like he's the love of my life, and I let him stand up. And so when we stand up, we're just kind of circling around trying to figure it out. I even let him fix his belt and everything. Look at that. And so the rest of the match is me just trying to get grips while he kind of backtracks, and eventually the time runs out, and that's the end of the match. So, in conclusion, re-looking at my first blue belt competition, first match as a blue belt competition, there's a lot of flaws that I had that I need to correct. And re-looking at this video definitely shows me those flaws. It wasn't the most action-packed match of all time, but I've been doing this a little while. You could probably consider me a lifetime blue belt. And those are mistakes that shouldn't be made and should be corrected. And it will not happen next time. I'm competing again February 28th at Jiu Jitsu World League. So keep an eye out for that. And hopefully it goes a little better. But my name is Patrick. This is 40 and Flowing. If you have any tips that I could have done that you've seen that I didn't pick up on, please in the comments place those tips because it would be greatly appreciated for me as I'm just trying to get better in this hobby. So if you like this, like and subscribe and follow me on my journey. Peace.